Hey guys, how is everybody today? Well, I hope. So guys, I wanted to make this quick little video today, and it might be a little bit longer than quick actually. And what I'm going to talk about is some frequently asked questions. So I get asked a lot of questions about public domain publishing, and I thought, why not just record a quick little video about a little list that I have here. I'll show you guys. Have a bit of a list here that of some of the questions that I get asked on a regular basis. And I'm just going to cover them as quickly and as honestly as I possibly can. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question is, if public domain books are free to download on the internet, why would anybody pay for them? Well, great question. The reason is value, right? Because, excuse me, look, there is a general rule in the marketing space, especially when it comes to online, that if there's a demographic of people willing to get to want something for free, there's a certain aspect of that demographic willing to pay for it, right? In the form of value. Now, what I mean by in the form of value is it's actually a product that they can hold, that they can feel, that they can smell, right? Ebooks do okay with public domain, and only because we've devised a very specific way to get in front of the correct audience. But paperbacks and hardcovers do just kill it, right? They just kill it because what people are looking for specifically when it comes to public domain, our general customer avatar want a real authentic experience. And I've said this a million times, but they want that authenticity of that public domain book. That book is an old script, right? An old scripture, old text, written from times past, from authors long gone, and they want to be able to hold and feel the texture of that book, look at that book, smell that book, sit with that book in their bed. Believe it or not, right? And you probably won't believe me, but just check it out on the internet because the statistics speak for themselves, that paperback books and hardcover books are still the #1 selling media. They outperform audiobooks, they outperform ebooks, and other forms of electronically delivered media. Now, another thing is, most of these free resources that you can download, like an ebook format of a public domain book, are super poor quality. They're crap. They don't have links that work. The text and things are different sizes. They don't scale to your device. They're just rubbish. Extremely hard to read. So when we package these works into a viable product that's directed specifically at our market, who we understand extremely well, we make sales. It's really as simple as that. So it's all about the value, guys. Okay, moving on. Next one. Competition. What if somebody is selling the same book? Yeah, this happens, of course. But it happens in every aspect of life. Look, for example, this is how I talk to my kids upstairs, right? It's a walkie-talkie. This brand is, I don't even know what this brand is, but I had a choice between hundreds of different brands of walkie-talkie, and I bought this one. And I bought this one based on a few aspects: the range, the functionality, how good the could go through the roof because I'm in a double-story house, right? The not just the range, but how well it can penetrate, and price point, and a few other things, right? So books are no different, right? It's again goes back to the value, how you actually present that book to your market, how you first get found, right? You need to have a superior way of being found, right? Through your keyword SEO strategy, Google SEO, Amazon SEO, A9 algorithm, Google's algorithm. You need to ensure that you first get found. Then you need to present your book precisely how the market wants it, right? And we're extremely good at doing that, both of those things. And then obviously you need to ensure that your price point is competitive inside of the market. And you also need to make sure that your sales copy, i.e. description, is really squared away and actually speaks to the soul of your customer. It's not just about saying, hey, what this book's about. It's literally your sales copy. You need to ensure that you have call to actions or CTAs and all sorts of things in there that obviously abide by policy. So this is why we outsell our competition. And when it comes to competing against each other, people inside of my program, it's very rare that we have any overlap. Mainly because we publish into the data. It's just a term that I coined a while back, and what it essentially means is everybody publishes along a separate path, right? Because we ensure that we're not saying, hey, this book's selling well for me, why don't you publish that? Then everyone publishes it. No, we don't do that. What we do instead is we publish a pool of books and we let our niche research speak for itself. At the end of the day, what happens is our sales data tells us what niche to publish into. And then because we've got access to over 6 million books and more being added every year, you find very quickly all students are publishing off in different directions. So competition is really a non-factor when it comes to us, especially if you look at low and no content space, right? The competition is just immense. It's just immense, and it's such rubbish. Like, I just saw an image in a group the other day where there was these books about horses, all low and no content, and they made a single book with the same cover for every single keyword you could imagine for horses. So the title was just changed for a keyword. Crazy, right? You want to compete with stuff like that, your books just get drowned out in an instant, and all the hard work you did is gone. Okay, let's move on. How long do I need to implement this strategy a day to get success? Well, guys, I built my empire in 2 hours an evening, right? So I tell all of my students, if you can spend at least 2 hours a day on this thing, then you're on the right track, right? So it's not something that's going to take up your entire lifespan. And that can be successfully mitigated in the future, because what happens is you spend 2 hours a day, 4 hours if you can. Obviously, the longer you spend, the better. But 2 hours a day is definitely sufficient, right? And if you can do that, you'll eventually get to a point where you're making the income that you require. You're paying off all your bills and all those things. You can say goodbye to your job, and you can put some more. You can burn through it a little bit more until you actually have what I like to call disposable income. So you've paid all your bills and everything, and now you have disposable income or lifestyle income, however you want to use it. So 2 hours a day is really the answer. Okay. So I've tried many programs in the publishing space before, and they have not worked. What makes this different? Well, it's the only strategy that exists inside of the public domain model. I mean, there's others out there, but they're extremely out of date, and they just won't get you the success that you deserve at the end of the day, right? We work on this thing diligently day and night. We're consistently putting new effort into it, running analyses on different things inside of the publishing space. We're watching the market. We're updating things in our program all the time. It's literally, in my opinion, right, I'm in all of the programs. If you're in any other KDP programs, you'll see me there. And I do this because I don't pretend to have all of the knowledge in the world, so I want to learn from other minds who have figured things out as well. But I also get to see how they teach and how they deliver. And I can quite honestly say, I think what we do is second to none in the industry. So that's why if you put in that effort and you come and work with us, we will also put in an equal effort, probably more so, right, than you've seen anywhere else, to ensure that you get the results that you truly deserve. Okay. Yeah, so I live in, just say, Pakistan, for example. Can this work for me still? Yes, absolutely. Anywhere in the world, there's not a corner or pocket of the world, if you can access the internet, that this will not work for you. I don't have any business experience. Can I still do this? Absolutely, because what we teach is not just a strategy. It is literally how to run a business, right? And I really pride myself on this factor, because we're not just saying, hey guys, here's a course, just reach out to us if you have any questions. You know, most people don't even say that, right? We're not doing that anyway, and going, all right, good luck with it all. Instead, we're mentoring you through this. So it starts with mindset, right? Or you're building your internal fortitude and understanding what it takes to actually create a business, but not just woo-woo mindset. We're talking about actionable things like KPIs and different things that you can do to measure your actual performance inside of your business dealings. And then we're moving into creating a KDP account and the entire strategy around tax and everything, right? So it goes literally from point A to point Z. There's nothing missed out in there. So if you've never ran a business before, if you have the will to learn and the ability to implement, right? And when I say that, the ability to implement, I mean, you do need to have some sort of mental faculties about you, of course. If you're going to run a business, business is not for everybody. You'll hear course creators telling you, yeah, anyone can do this, anyone can do this. They can't, right? So if you truly believe inside of yourself that you have that fortitude, that willingness to drive through the hard times, and the mental faculties about you to be able to inject a business and create that business lifestyle around your existence, then yes, you can do this. Okay. Is it very tech intensive? I'm crap at tech. No, it's not. It's really not tech intensive. Again, you need to have that. It's not even like academic intelligence. You just need to have that little bit of innovation inside of you, inside of your mind, to be able to look at things and structures and unpack them, right? And that's just on a business, period. If you don't have that, then you really don't want to get into business. I'm sorry, guys, but you need to have that that confidence in yourself, in your own mental abilities to undertake any business. But when it comes to tech and tech intensivity, no, this is really low tech intensive. It's not hard at all, and we take you by the hand and we show you the entire process. We leave nothing out. And plus we have daily coaching. So anytime you ever run into an issue, you just let us know about it. We film a video and say, oh, this is how it's fixed. We post it, you watch the video, and you're on to the next step. It's really that simple. Okay, next one. Is it really free to run this business? And I also get this one a lot too. What about the cover? You need someone to create the cover. So it's obviously going to cost something, right, Dan? No, it's not going to cost anything. Everything we do, guys, is in-house and taught to you. And no, you do not need to be extremely artistic or an artist to do so. What we've discovered, right, is we can create covers in as little as 3 minutes. And really, I know it sounds counterintuitive, guys, but really high quality covers that make sales, right? They make sales. Because what we've discovered in all of our years, our 10 years of doing this, it's not the highly elaborate, gorgeous covers that really make the sales at the end of the day, right? Simple is sometimes more, right? Less is sometimes more. So we teach you the fundamental basics to creating a cover that will sell, right? If you want to add on to that as time goes on, so be it. Some students create phenomenal covers. We don't. We really create just really nice covers that suit our market. That's all we do. You don't want to have to go up above and beyond. You don't need to be super artistic to be able to do this. And it is absolutely 100% free to run our strategy, right? There is no running costs, no overheads whatsoever. And I honestly do not know of any other business model that can make that claim, but ours can 100% unequivocally. There is no running costs inside of this business. Of course, there are tools that you can purchase if you want to make your life easier, like Publisher Rocket, which is a $99 one-off payment, but it is not necessary to do so if you wish not to. I personally use Publisher Rocket, it makes my life easier, but for a long, long time, Publisher Rocket didn't exist, and I still made many, many sales, and I was still very successful, and still a lot of my students today don't use Publisher Rocket, so it's not necessary. Okay. All right. What about public domain legalities? How do I get the rights to a public domain book? Will Amazon ask me to prove that I have rights to these books? Public domain literally means that the public own it, right? You are the public. I am the public. And Amazon know this. Okay, so what does happen from time to time is Amazon will reach out and say, hey, can you please just prove to us that this book is in the public domain? There is no rights holders in public domain. It belongs to the world. So they never ask for, do we have the rights to the book? But they do ask for proof. However, we've successfully mitigated this one as well. We have a strategy when we do our metadata research, we also pull in all of our public domain proof at the same time. So we're not doubling up on anything or double handling. And we preempt Amazon's question and we send them our proof of public domain before they even ask for it when we're having our categories changed. Okay. Because I don't know, not everybody knows this, but you can have up to 10 categories that your book resides in inside of KDP. And so we ensure that we capitalize on those categories through an email, and we also shoot off another email at that stage to ensure that, one, we don't have to waste time answering that question. It's already answered, and our books go live within 24 hours, which they most commonly do. This is one that I guess I get asked a lot by newbies, right? Because they say, how do I get paid for public domain books if they're not my book, right? Well, it's all depends. It's your product. You created the product, right? So it all depends on your KDP account. If your book is uploaded inside your personal KDP account, then you own that as a product, and Amazon will pay you the royalties for any sale on that product. It has nothing to do with the original author or the original author's estate, because you actually own that book. You own the text in that book. We all do. It's public domain. So you turn that text into a viable product and you sold that product, and then you get paid a royalty for that sale of that product. Okay. I've already answered that one. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones, guys, and I'm running out of time here, so I'll be quick. It is, why do you teach this, Dan, if it works so well for you? And guys, why do I have all of my businesses, right? A long time ago, I could have retired, but I am an entrepreneur. This is what we do. We're always looking for something new, something to build, something to mold, something to structure. This is what we live for. We breathe this stuff, right? And I guess on a personal level, that's why I do it, because I'm looking for a new business, a new challenge, and that's why I do it. But also because literally, and I never thought this about myself, guys, so I'm not one of those guys that say, I just want to help everyone and help the world. But when I first started doing this, I I taught a few people here locally, and it just changed their lives, and I actually got a feeling I never thought I would have before. And this has all come down to COVID. I've told the story before when it happened, and the lockdowns, and people I love losing their jobs, and me just teaching this strategy to a few friends and seeing the change in them and the gratitude and making me feel grateful for being able to pass on my knowledge and all of this fun stuff. And I ended up saying, you know what, I really got to take this to the world. This is my new challenge. This is my new calling at this point in my life, in my life's journey. And that's what I went out and did. And here we are. Okay, guys. Well, that's all I have for the frequently asked questions today. I hope that answered some of your questions. If you guys want to jump on a call with me and discuss what we can actually do for you inside of your publishing journey, comment below and I'll reach out and we can hook that up. Guys, it's not a sales call, just a conversation between two publishers and two business people. All right, you'll have a great day and I'll talk to you all soon.